This is Fireballing Through College. Fireballing Through College.
The actual hell we're doing because we're strong and independent women. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our ASMR podcast.
Hey, this is your co-host Camila.
And Catherine, and welcome to Fireballing Through College.
Yes, welcome back for another episode.
I'm so excited for everyone to hear this one.
I'm excited, but I'm also nervous.
I know, seriously. This is like one of our biggest crackhead moments of all of university. I say one because there's a few others, but like it's definitely top
for sure.
First, we just want to say thank you to everyone who's been listening. There are a few people who have personally reached out to Camila and I to say that they really enjoyed the podcast that we don't personally know, which actually will make us cry. Actually, Camila and I every time we text each other, we have the little puppy dog eyes. And we're like,
yes, I know. Like, we just want to meet everyone that listens to our podcast because, I mean,
yeah, we want to hang out with all of these girls and go out with them and just give them a big hug.
I know.
And just the fact that women are out here supporting other women just
yes,
makes me want to cry.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. But hopefully if you've seen our Instagram, you know what this episode is about and what's coming. So this episode is going to be about my trip with Catherine to Missouri.
Yeah, we went to Missouri S&T, like Science and Technology School.
That it's in Rolla? Yeah.
Yes.
Rolla. Awesome.
So yeah, first we want to start with the background story.
So we basically came up with the idea because Catherine and I were both at GW at our school for fall break like losers. But also that was the time we became friends because we were the only ones left. And then spring break was coming and we didn't know what to do. But Catherine's sister's university has this huge party for St. Patrick's Day that turned out to be the same weekend of our spring break. And I think you, Catherine, you were going to go for sure. But I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do for spring break.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go hang out in Missouri with a bunch of people I didn't know by myself. So the second Camila was like, I think I want to go party. I was like,
why not?
Why did you just come with me?
And then after winter break, like the week after, we were just hanging out at the library. And as you know, we love to plan trips when we're studying in the library.
Absolutely.
And we just made the impulsive decision to buy the plane tickets. Because like, what else were we going to do?
And it was such a fun trip. But to anybody who is out there thinking that Camila and I have all of this money for
we talk about all of these trips that we make. Like, it's nothing bougie.
In reality, we are not bougie. We are actually, in fact, mostly broke.
Yeah, but we work.
Except I worked in high school and saved my money for college. But Camila was making her money in college. But like, we don't have just this fountain of money that we're just making money out of. Absolutely.
I mean, if you guys are interested in hearing how we are able to do all these trips, let us know. We can make an episode about that.
Absolutely.
But we're great at saving money and we both love to travel. So that's how we do it.
Absolutely. And so we got there. We took a plane on either Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday morning.
It was Saturday.
And the first night we got there, we went to our first frat party, which this was Camila's first, Americanized frat party.
I mean, if you study in DC, you know that schools, or at least our school, I don't really know about the other ones, but frat parties and sorority parties, like they're not
the same as
they're
not the same as the other ones.
Like I used to watch a lot of, I still do, like American movies growing up, and GW is nothing like the American movies. And my friends back home, they always ask me like, oh, did you join a sorority? Is it like Blue Mountain State, like that show, whatever? And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, it's so different.
Yeah, no, GW is not like that at all.
No. So this was my first experience at like an actual frat party.
Yeah, so my sister Emmy was part of a sorority, and we went there. They had a little trivia night, and we were all hanging out, meeting new people. Everyone was super nice, and super welcoming to Camila and I, because I still didn't really know my sister's friends, nor did I know any of her sorority
I feel like
sisters.
I felt so awkward during the entire trip because I literally didn't know anyone. But now that I'm thinking about it, like you must felt like the same amount of awkwardness because you only knew your sister.
Exactly, I didn't know anyone either.
And
We
we
both
like
didn't know anyone.
and like we barely hang out with Emmy. Like we
Yeah,
like
because my sister was super busy because she was on, like, I guess she was like a rep for becoming on the St. Pat's court. I'm not exactly sure what she was doing, but she wore a fancy green dress and walked across the stage at the St.
she looked
Pat's
so
thing.
good.
She looked fire. She took us around and told us where to go, so we could be like, cool.
Because like if you don't know Emmy, who are you?
Yeah, we kept saying that actually. If you don't know Emmy, who are you?
Because people no, because like people kept asking us like, who are you? And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is Emmy's sister. And they're like, what? And then, you don't know Emmy?
Yeah, throw it back on them. Like, if you don't know her, then what's your problem? It's not about me
Get out of
or
my way.
Camila. Get out of our way. Let us into the party, okay?
So basically, Catherine's sister is a celebrity in the school.
She truly is. But at this party, it was so funny because I don't know what the other frats are like in whatever state they are or whatever. But Camila and I were the only people actually dancing at this party.
I know,
What's the point of
lame.
having a DJ if no one's dancing?
I'm sorry, but my favorite thing to do at a party is dance. So I was like, Catherine, let's just, no one's dancing, but who cares? Let's just dance between us.
Yeah, except the only thing people actually did dance to was Copperhead Road, which I'm so excited for people to see the video of Camila dancing to this.
I look so happy in that video. It took me a while to understand. So yeah.
So yeah, that was the first one. We met a few people, but for the most part, we did not really know anyone at any of the parties we went to. So just keep that in mind as we start talking about where we go.
Also, I feel like we definitely looked like we did not belong in that place.
Absolutely not.
I think
We
we looked like city college students, you know.
Yes. So at St. Pat's or at Missouri S&T, everybody wears their St. Pat's sweatshirt, which I'm pretty sure that's against clubbing rules to wear a sweatshirt to the club.
Sure. I mean, yeah, tune into like episode 1 or whatever.
I don't want to be wearing a sweatshirt if I'm getting ready to like go out.
That's the thing. Like when we went out in Rolla, what we wore was like what we would wear to the club, but with like jeans. So like it would be more low key,
a way more toned down version. We were
but
wearing,
like, yeah, but like still, we were like too, like we looked too, I don't know,
fresh. Awesome.
to like compared to other people. It was funny.
Like we were outcasts kind of because we were not wearing a sweatshirt. But
anyways,
anyways,
it's a cool sweatshirt, honestly.
It was a cool sweatshirt. But also the next day, we went to our first darty.
Woo-hoo.
And keep a second part. Not only did at least the first party, we were there with people that were from my sister's sorority, so we kind of met them and like they knew Emmy. But we did not know anyone at this party.
But yeah, we arrived and we just like we like stayed in one corner for like a very long time because like we didn't know what to do.
We were like,
everyone knew each other.
Yeah, it was impossible to mingle with anyone because like everyone knew each other. So everyone also,
yeah, we don't have anything in common with these people at all.
Sorry, it was super awkward. And then when we did start actually dancing to music, the only time we mingled with men who were trying to dance with us. That was it.
Oh my God, yes. Also keep in mind, this is like an engineering school. Like most students are there for engineering. And so most of the students are males. Yes. So it was like 80% male, 20% females.
Yes, which it's a very different dynamic than what we were used to.
Exactly, because at GW, if you know, it's like 60% female and like 40 male. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a different ratio.
So just it's slim pickings if we're being completely honest. But in Missouri, I was kind of like, okay,
Yeah, look at all these men giving us attention.
I
Wow.
know. And country boys. We know Camila
Engineers?
loves country boys.
Oh, no, I don't. But yeah, so they were all engineers, which reminds me of something that this is my favorite line from Catherine Whiteside. We were just like hanging out in the house as we usually did. Because like during the day, we just hang out in a couch that was very comfortable. We would do that all day. We would
All day long.
we would eat. Our diet consisted of sandwiches because we were broke, like I said.
God.
So we ate honey wheat, yeah, with like cheese and ham. Yeah, so we did that all day and then we got ready to go out at night. And so we were hanging out in the couch and Catherine looks at me and she's like, I know how to spell engineer, but I don't know what it actually means. And that just cracked me up.
It's
So
true.
if anyone wants to help out Catherine to explain what an engineer does, please.
Yeah, let me know. So basically, that was kind of the beginning of the week. It was kind of slow because most people actually still had to go to class during the week of St. Pat's.
Yeah.
But as it got closer to the weekend, there were a lot more fun parties that we went to that were super lit.
They were.
The first one being the karaoke party we went to.
Oh my God.
So actually, one of my sister's friends was hanging out upstairs and he invited us to go to a party with him because we were just sitting on the couch, as we said. So we were kind of like, do we go with him? Do we not? We did not know this guy at all. And so he's actually from Puerto Rico, I think, right?
Okay, no, his grandmother was from Puerto Rico. This guy doesn't know any Spanish, I think I remember. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah, and he also might have been like drunk. He was of drinking age, so he might have just been like, but he might have lost his abilities to speak his native language. We don't know. But so we get to the karaoke party, and he asks Camila or I if we would like to do karaoke. And he comes up with the idea that Camila and him will sing a song in Spanish.
For all my Spanish listeners, or like if you know Spanish music, the song was La Camisa Negra by Juanes.
Which is, it's a very popular song, like for people who don't speak Spanish anyways. But just imagine Camila up there just singing her heart out, and these two men, and also she sang with one of my sister's roommates' boyfriends at the time.
He was like, no, I learned that song in my Spanish class in high school. Like I can sing it. And I was like, well, yeah, let's just get more people to sing it because I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm obviously going to be the only one singing this song in a place where I don't know anyone. Oh my God.
Also, that no one knows any Spanish, or there was literally no Latinas or Latinos at this.
None. And also, I suck at singing. I love to sing, but I know I don't have a good voice. So let's just keep that in mind.
I hope you guys enjoyed the videos of Camila singing karaoke. Camisa Negra.
I hate you. I'm so embarrassed by that moment.
After that, we went to Kappa Sig?
Dude, do you think I know?
I don't know. I don't know anything. Kappa. Anyways, we went to this party. It was outside on their basketball court, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so funny because, first of all, again, we were one of the only people there dancing. We were one of the only people there not wearing a Missouri sweatshirt, but we did bring them with us because we had learned that people will treat you differently.
They will.
If you don't have the sweatshirt on, because they know you are not from there.
They don't like foreigners.
They don't like foreigners.
No.
So we had on like, we were still fake though. Like we had underneath, we were wearing like what we
crop
wear.
top.
Yeah, like a crop top. But we had those sweatshirts on. So we were still like talking, walking. Camila had this thing for this guy wearing this Brazil soccer jersey on, and she kept calling him I'm the Brazilian man. Like, I'm in love with the Brazilian man. I'm like, Camila, he is not from Brazil. He is a
wasn't.
faker. He is from Illinois. He is
I
like,
know. Okay, I
Illinois.
don't know where my head was at that moment, but for some reason, I thought he was like the hottest guy in Rolla, and I was like, no, I have to go for this man. And I remember I talked to him and I asked him like, oh my god, like, are you from Brazil? Eu não falo Português. I don't know. And and he was like, no, I just got this at a trip. And I was like, oh, so you went to Brazil? And he was like, no, my mom brought it for me. And I was like, well, you're lame.
But you, even after he told you that, you were still like, I'm in love with the Brazilian man.
Because I still thought he was like the hottest guy there, which there were so many, man. Like, I cannot. You guys,
that's the second aspect of this party. I think that Camila and I may have been 2 of 10 women in this 100 people party.
Oh my god.
At this party, this guy would not like stop talking to me. I was just trying to dance, trying to talk to Camila, trying to get us to go away from him because he kept making me scream at him to answer what he was asking me because there was a DJ 10 feet away from us. So the next day I was hoarse because I had spent my entire night screaming to this guy.
That's so funny because like I think I'm usually the one that loses her voice when she goes out, but for some reason Catherine lost her voice completely. Like she could not even talk, and for me I was like, oh, now when we go out I'm gonna have to do all the talking. This is not okay. And I had to like translate everything Catherine was trying to say.
God, it was so funny.
But what else happened in this party, Catherine?
This is my favorite part because this video that I took really demonstrates how few women are at Missouri S&T. So Camila was like, I want to get up on stage. I was like,
I love getting up on stages like so much. I feel like a rock star. It's just the best.
If you will know anything about Camila, she wants to be the queen of the show. So if there's an opportunity for her to be the queen of the party, she wants to take it. Which honestly, you are queen. So I was there like, okay, Camila, let's do it. So we jump over the like thing that separates the DJ.
Fence.
No one stops us. They're just like, okay, go.
Help us. I feel like people were helping us to jump the fence.
Yes, I actually think they were. We were like trying to get up over the like fence, and the guys were like pushing us up. And so we get up on stage. There's like one other girl, and we like take off our sweatshirts like the bad bitches that we are. And we like have our like clothes, which we just look like normal people. It's like stuff I would literally wear any day. But at that time, I felt like a freaking queen. And I was like, yes. We were dancing.
And like the wind was blowing our hair. We're like, yeah. I feel like I don't know, like at a movie, you know, like I'm the main character.
So yeah, that was
I love that.
So fun. I loved that party.
Yeah.
But also something else happened at these parties.
Oh no.
Camila had a first.
I'm scared. I had a first what?
Camila had her first kiss with an American boy. Will you tell us how it was? Because I had been waiting for this moment since I met her. And actually not since I met you, but since you told me that you had never kissed in America. Because, I mean, you had been in America for a long time. This was like 8 months in.
I know.
And so I missed it because I was in the bathroom. But so how was it? How did it go? I don't know if I ever got a little...
Well, he was a swimmer.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
I remember that too because his friend, I feel like he had a friend and they were like trying to, 2 and 2.
Yeah. We call it in Spanish a dos pa dos, or at least in Chile. So it's like us two with like them two, So like it's like we both
coupling up.
Yeah, sort of deal. Anyway, yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say. It was a normal kiss, not different from all the other kisses I've had in my life. But like, yeah, if at that point, I think the only time I made out in freshman year was like Spanish boy night, and then this Missouri event.
Yeah, but it was so funny. And Camila, so she
We
went
made
to
a
frat parties.
celebration. I think we like texted all of our friends. We're like, "Yay, Camila made out with the first American boy."
I'm sure I did. I was so happy that it happened.
Yes.
So Camila went to frat parties. She made out with an American man. I took her to
my
Jimmy
God.
John's, which in my opinion is a
That's like
staple of
the best
American
sandwich
food. The
I
best
had
food
all
ever.
weekend. And as you know, our diet consisted of sandwiches.
Sandwiches. And I also took her to Dairy Queen, which
Loved
also
it.
is a staple of American cuisine. I love Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
did we
we
have
did.
I think
Yes.
we had blizzards.
Also, the line was so long, and we waited for that food anyway.
It was so good. So yeah, and then on Saturday we went to like a little St. Patrick's Day parade.
It was so fun.
Right?
We like got to be part of the parade as well.
Yeah. Like if you don't
Who
know
are
Emmy,
you?
who are you?
She's
Emmy
a
was a part of the
queen.
parade. Also, Sky and Alicia, they also were
Yeah.
freaking bad bitches in this scenario because they were like checking up on us,
all
making
the
sure we were
time.
having fun. They knew people everywhere we went, and oh, I forgot about the contest that we went to at Missouri S&T where people made the sweatshirts into
Oh yeah, you're right.
different outfits. And everyone did something that was not creative at all, except Sky made a swimsuit out of the thing, and she looked ball. Besides the fact that she obviously made the most creative thing, she was out there walking up in her sweatshirt or like her swimsuit that she made out of the sweatshirt. She was fly. Yeah, and so we were also extremely sick.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, this was like a 1 week where we partied every day. I don't think there was one day where we didn't go out.
Yeah.
And it was winter, I mean spring, but it was really cold. So
yeah, it was freezing.
Of course we got sick.
But another oopsie on Camila's American experience is we flew back, and what airport did we fly back through, Camila?
I don't know the name of the airport, but it was in Chicago.
And we were walking off, and she's like, "Oh, we're in Chicago." And I'm like, "Yeah, we are. It's a really big airport." And she's like, "Wow, this is so big." And I was like, "Yeah, it's just Chicago." But she's like, "This isn't Jordy's Chicago," which is a friend of ours who lives in Chicago. And I was like, "Well, there's only one Chicago." She's like, "But it's so close." I was like, "Yeah, it's in Illinois. It borders Missouri."
Okay, I had no idea Chicago was like, is that like in the middle of the US? Like what?
It's in the Midwest. Yes.
Exactly. Like for me, in my head, I don't know why, but Chicago was like in the Northeast. So I was like, this can't be Chicago.
It's so funny. Everybody foreign probably thinks that all of our big cities are on the coast, but
Yeah,
Chicago
basically.
proves I'm wrong. Except, I mean, Texas has big cities too. So, meh.
Well, I've learned my American geography after that.
So funny. So yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed Missouri, and we can't wait for you guys to see all of the clips
Oh my
of
God.
what happened.
That was just such an amazing trip for both of us. And like, now that I'm remembering, we went back and in our flight, Catherine had this amazing seat, but my seat, and keep in mind, we were both very sick. I only wanted to like be in my bed and like cry to my mom so she could give me soup. But my seat was like the last one. So I couldn't even like, how do you say when you put your seat back?
You lean it back.
I could not lean my seat back, and I was so pissed. And Catherine was like living her life, taking a nap in the plane. I was like, I just want to get home. I had an exam the next week. I'm so sick. Like this fall, I mean, spring break was not a break at all. Like I ended that week more sick and tired than how I started.
But honestly, for the memes, after that moment, we were bonded.
We were
bonded. And here we are.
Making a podcast.
And you're listening to Fireballing Through College podcast.
Yes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, as always, just give us a like, follow, subscribe from whichever platform you're listening. and give us a comment or tell us if you liked our trip to Missouri. If you want to do that in the future, I highly recommend.
Okay. Go hit up Rolla, Missouri. Missouri S&T.
Yeah.
It's the place to be, guys.
It is the place to be for St. Pat's, definitely.
So yeah, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Yes.
Another episode.
Bye.